Compound interest is often referred to as the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. It's a concept that can dramatically change your financial future if you understand how it works. At its core, compound interest is the interest on a loan or deposit calculated based on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest from previous periods. In simpler terms, it's interest on interest. Let's break it down. Imagine you invest 1 billion at an annual interest rate of 5%. After the first year, you'll earn $50 in interest, bringing your total to $1,050. In the second year, you earn interest not just on your initial 1 billion, but on the entire $1,050. This means your interest for the second year is $52.50. Over time, this snowball effect can lead to exponential growth in your investment. Now, let's look at a real-life example that illustrates the power of compound interest. Suppose you start investing at age 25 and contribute $200 a month into a retirement account that earns an average of 7% annually. By the time you reach 65, you'll have contributed $96,000. But thanks to compound interest, your total could grow to over $1 million. That's the magic of starting early and letting your money work for you. On the flip side, if you wait until you're 35 to start investing the same amount, you'll end up with only about $600,000 by age 65. That's a $400,000 difference simply because you started 10 years later. This highlights the importance of time in the compound interest equation. So, how can you start leveraging compound interest today? First, begin by setting up an investment account. Look for options that offer compound interest, such as high-yield savings accounts, stocks, or mutual funds. Next, automate your contributions. Set up a direct deposit to ensure you're consistently investing without having to think about it. The key is to make it a habit. Additionally, reinvest your earnings. Instead of cashing out your interest or dividends, reinvest them to take full advantage of compounding. This simple strategy can significantly increase your wealth over time. Remember, the earlier you start and the more consistently you invest, the more you'll benefit from compound interest. It's a powerful tool that can turn small, regular contributions into substantial wealth. So, take action today. Your future self will thank you for it. Let's dive into the fascinating world of compound interest. Simply put, it's interest on your interest. Imagine you've saved a little money, and instead of just earning interest on that initial amount, you start earning interest on the interest that accumulates over time. This is where the magic happens. To understand this better, let's compare compound interest to simple interest. With simple interest, you only earn interest on the principal amount. For example, if you invest $1,000 at a 5% annual interest rate, you'll earn $50 each year. After 5 years, you'll have $1,250. Simple, right? Now, let's look at compound interest. Using the same $1,000 at the same 5% interest rate, but this time compounded annually. In the first year, you still earn that $50, bringing your total to $1,050. But in the second year, you earn interest not just on your original $1,000, but also on the $50 you earned the previous year. So now you earn $52.50 in the second year. By the end of 5 years, you'll have about $1,276.28. That's a difference of over $26 compared to simple interest, and it only gets better from there. Let's break down the formula for compound interest. A equals P1 plus NT. Here's what it means. A is the final amount you'll have. P is your principal, the initial amount you invest. R is the annual interest rate expressed as a decimal. N is how many times the interest is compounded each year, and T is the number of years you invest. Now, Let's say you decide to invest that same $1,000, but this time you compound it quarterly. So N would be 4. Plugging that into our formula, you'd calculate the interest for each quarter, and over 5 years, you'd end up with even more money. This is the power of compounding frequency. The more often your interest compounds, the more you earn. To visualize this, think of a graph showing exponential growth. With compound interest, the curve starts off slowly, but as time goes on, it shoots up dramatically. This is why starting to save early is so crucial. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Let's say you invest $1,000 at a 6% interest rate compounded annually for 30 years. By the end of that period, you'd have over $5,743. That's the beauty of compound interest. It rewards patience and consistency. So whether you're saving for a house, retirement, or just a rainy day, understanding compound interest can significantly impact your financial future. It's not just about how much you save, but how long you let it grow. The sooner you start, the more you can benefit from this incredible financial tool. Remember, it's not just your money working for you, it's your interest working for you too.
Now, let's see how compound interest works in action. Imagine you invest Rs 10,000 at a 10% annual interest rate, compounded yearly. In the first year, you earn Rs 1,000 in interest, bringing your total to Rs 11,000. It's exciting, right? But here's where it gets even better. In the second year, you earn interest not just on your initial Rs 10,000, but on the total amount of Rs 11,000. So this time, your interest is Rs 1,100 and your total grows to Rs 12,100. Now let's fast forward to 10 years later. That initial Rs 10,000 doesn't just sit there, it grows to an impressive Rs 25,937. This is the magic of compound interest. Each year, you're earning interest on your interest, and that's what makes your money work harder for you. Next, let's talk about the power of time with a story about two friends, Ramesh and Suresh. Ramesh starts investing Rs 5,000 annually at the age of 25 and stops after 10 years at age 35. Meanwhile, Suresh waits until he's 35 to start investing the same Rs 5,000 annually, but he continues until he's 55. Now you might think they're both investing the same amount, so they should end up with similar totals, right? Wrong. Ramesh, who invested for only 10 years, ends up with significantly more money than Suresh, who invested for 20 years. This is because Ramesh took advantage of those extra 10 years of compounding. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. It's like planting a tree. The sooner you plant it, the bigger it gets. So remember, when it comes to compound interest, time is your best friend. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start investing. The best time was yesterday, and the second best time is now. Let's recap. Investing early and letting your money compound can lead to incredible growth over time. Whether it's a small amount or a larger sum, the key is to start as soon as possible. Your future self will thank you for it.
Compound interest is one of those concepts that can seem a bit dry at first. But trust me, it's anything but boring when you see how it plays out in real life. Let's dive into some real-world examples that illustrate just how powerful this financial principle can be. First up, retirement savings. Imagine you start putting away just a small amount of money each month into a retirement fund. It might feel insignificant at first. Maybe it's just a couple of $100s. But here's the kicker. Over decades, thanks to compound interest, that initial investment can grow into millions. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. It's like planting a seed. With time, care, and a little patience, it can blossom into something extraordinary. This is why financial advisors often stress the importance of starting early. The longer your money is invested, the more interest it earns, and then that interest starts earning interest. It's a snowball effect that can lead to a comfortable retirement. Now, let's flip the coin and talk about student loans. This is where compound interest can really sting. If you take out a loan for college and don't keep up with the payments, the interest can accumulate quickly. What starts as a manageable debt can balloon into a mountain of financial stress. The longer you wait to pay it off, the more you'll owe. It's a harsh reality, but understanding how compound interest works in this context is crucial. It's a reminder that while it can work in your favor, it can also work against you if you're not careful. Next, let's look at investments. Think about stocks and mutual funds. When you invest in these, you're not just hoping for a quick return. You're banking on the power of compounding dividends and reinvestments. Over time, those dividends can be reinvested to buy more shares, which then earn more dividends. It's a cycle that can lead to significant growth. This is why many successful investors emphasize the importance of a long-term perspective. The market can be volatile in the short term, but with patience and a solid strategy, compounding can turn a modest investment into a substantial nest egg. So whether you're saving for retirement, managing student loans, or investing in the stock market, understanding compound interest is essential. It's a double-edged sword. When you harness its power, it can work wonders for your financial future. But if you ignore it, it can lead to financial pitfalls. The key is to be proactive, educate yourself, and make informed decisions. In the world of finance, knowledge truly is power.
Let's dive right into the world of compound interest and how you can make it work for you starting today. First and foremost, starting early is crucial. Imagine planting a tree. The sooner you plant it, the larger it grows over time. The same goes for your investments. When you start early, your money has more time to grow, and that growth accelerates as time goes on. Now, let's talk about consistency. It's not about how much you invest at once. It's about making it a habit. Even if you can only set aside a small amount each month, do it. Think of it like watering that tree regularly. Over time, those small contributions add up, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they can grow. Next up, reinvesting your earnings is a game changer. When you earn interest, don't just cash out and spend it. Instead, let it compound. This is where the magic happens. Your earnings start to earn interest too, creating a snowball effect. The longer you let it sit, the bigger that snowball gets. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about debt. High-interest debt can be a real killer when it comes to your financial health. The same principle of compounding applies here, but in reverse. If you're carrying high-interest loans, that debt compounds against you. So focus on paying those off quickly. It's like cutting down a weed before it takes over your garden. Finally, consider the compounding frequency of your accounts. Not all interest is created equal. Accounts that compound monthly or quarterly will grow faster than those that compound annually. So, do your research and choose wisely. Look for options that maximize your compounding frequency. In summary, to leverage compound interest effectively, start early, stay consistent, reinvest your earnings, avoid high-interest debt, and choose accounts with high compounding frequencies. These strategies can set you on a path to financial growth that can truly change your life. Remember, the earlier you start, the more you'll benefit from the power of compounding. So, take action today and watch your money work for you.
Let's talk about compound interest and the common misconceptions that surround it. First off, there's this idea that compound interest is only for the wealthy. That's simply not true. The beauty of compound interest is that it works for anyone, regardless of their income level. You don't need a massive bank account to benefit from it. Even small, consistent contributions can grow significantly over time. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound. It's like planting a seed. The sooner you plant it, the bigger the tree can grow. Now, let's address the myth that compound interest works overnight. If only it were that simple. Compound interest is a long game. It's not about instant gratification. It takes time for your money to grow exponentially. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small and slow, but as it gathers more snow, it picks up speed and size. The key is patience. The longer you let your money sit and compound, the more it will grow. Another misconception is that fees don't really matter. In reality, fees can eat away at your returns faster than you might think. Even a small percentage in fees can significantly impact your investment over time. It's crucial to understand what fees you're paying and how they affect your overall returns. Always read the fine print and look for investment options with lower fees. Your future self will thank you. And then there's inflation. Many people overlook its impact on their investments. Just because your investment is growing doesn't mean you're actually gaining purchasing power. If your money is growing at a rate lower than inflation, you're effectively losing money. It's essential to account for inflation when considering your returns. Aim for investments that not only beat inflation but also provide a solid return. In summary, compound interest is a powerful tool that's accessible to everyone, but it requires time, awareness of fees, and a keen eye on inflation. It's about making informed decisions and being patient. The earlier you start, the more you can benefit from the magic of compounding. So, take control of your financial future and let compound interest work for you.
Imagine a small village where a group of friends decided to start a fund. They each contributed just Rs1 a day. Sounds trivial, right? But over 30 years, that simple decision transformed into a staggering Rs10 crores. This is the magic of compound interest. It's not just about the money you invest, it's about the time you allow it to grow. Now, let's talk about Anjali. She started investing Rs 1000 every month at the age of 20. Many of her peers were busy spending on the latest gadgets or dining out, but Anjali had a vision. By the time she turned 60, her disciplined savings had blossomed into Rs2 crores. She didn't just save, she invested wisely, letting her money work for her. Anjali's story teaches us that starting early can lead to incredible rewards. Then there's Ravi. He didn't start investing until he was in his 40s. With Rs 10 lakhs, he felt he was already behind. But instead of giving up, he committed to a disciplined investment strategy. Over 15 years, he grew that Rs 10 lakhs to Rs 50 lakhs. Ravi's journey reminds us that it's never too late to start. The key is consistency and a willingness to learn. These stories illustrate a powerful truth. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. But even if you start late, you can still achieve remarkable results with dedication. As we reflect on these journeys, remember this motivational quote. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. Whether you're just beginning or thinking about starting, take that first step. Your future self will thank you. Every small contribution counts, and with time, it can lead to extraordinary outcomes. So, what are you waiting for? Start today. Compound interest is truly the ultimate wealth building tool. It's fascinating how it rewards patience, consistency, and discipline. Think about it. When you invest a small amount today, you're not just putting money away, you're planting a seed for your financial future. Over time, that seed can grow into something substantial thanks to the magic of compounding. Imagine investing just a little bit each month. At first, it might not seem like much, but as the years go by, you'll start to see that initial investment snowball. Your money earns interest, and then that interest earns even more interest. This cycle continues, and before you know it, you've built a significant nest egg. It's all about starting now and staying consistent. Many people hesitate to invest because they think they need a lot of money to begin. But that's a misconception. You can start with small amounts. The key is to be disciplined and make it a habit. Set aside a fixed amount each month and watch how it grows. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound. Let's say you invest Rs 1000 every month. If you do this for 30 years with an average annual return of 12%, you could end up with over Rs 2.5 crore. That's the power of compounding. It's not just about the amount you invest, it's about the time your money has to grow. So, what's your first step towards leveraging compound interest? Maybe it's opening a mutual fund or starting a recurring deposit. Whatever it is, take that step today. The journey to wealth doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's about making smart choices and sticking to them. If you found this information helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with a friend who might benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on growing your money. In the comments, I'd love to hear about your first step towards harnessing the power of compound interest. Let's build wealth together and make our financial dreams a reality. Remember, the best time to start compounding is now. Start compounding today.